So why would you work with partners if you are a giant company? Like, what's the benefit of, working with a partner agency in a new market versus like just setting up your own team over there?
Opportunity costs and focus. Right? Say, to pick the Amazon example, Amazon could be in every country in the world at this stage, right? But when it comes to deciding, do I put an entire new operation together in, say, the Netherlands, or do I go and build out a vertical in my core market, right? The DIY vertical. Both of these exist, by the way, now, right? Or the fashion vertical. But some 10, 14 years ago, that was a legitimate sort of trade-off decision. Do I double down on a thing that can make me, if it can make me the same amount of revenue, essentially, right? Starting in vertical or going into a new market, then I will go with the one that makes me the most revenue, or that makes me the same revenue at a lower cost, right? I have an existing infrastructure, already have all my fulfillment centers in the US. Why not use those to cover more verticals before setting up a whole operation in another market, because that just introduces more points of failure. So right, like that's a reason to hold back on expanding. That's a reason to hold back on, or at least consider very deeply before going into partnership. Maybe partners can actually help efficiently do that, but it doesn't work by itself. To give you the meta example, you could find that you have found a motion that already works extremely well when you're thinking about your own go-to-market and your own sales. You have product market fit. The founder has understood how to sell, has made the couple of first deals themselves. We now have an internal sales team that sells by itself. All of these things have happened for years, right? And we have found out that by putting internal sales teams into more markets, we can expand our footprint, and the model is sort of copy and pasteable with some adjustments, right? Like at that point, Meta had presence in over 30 markets with direct offices itself. So it was a clear confirmation that yes, we can sell better if we're physically there, and if we understand our clients and what they need in this market. We can adapt the core product as we bring it together with that understanding. That is very much, part of the success formula already to open internal new sales teams in these markets. Okay, what do we do next? Well, we can't open 50 more of these sales teams. The next set of markets are probably all similarly sized opportunities. We have similar unknowns. And it's really, at this point, reaching a point of diminishing returns from just standing up more internal sales teams. Well, then let's try partners, right? Because they are essentially following the same logic as we know already works with our internal teams. And we just got to enable them equally well with internal teams. There's a second part of demand signals as well, which is Facebook Meta has a strong self-service platform, right? So we knew that there were another 150 countries in the world where there was already an ecosystem of advertisers and agencies that were using the platform. The demand was there, and we knew that the demand was sort of pent up and had reached a point of, hey, we can't really, like, people are configuring themselves into a corner with our self-service product, which is probably very similar to companies that have like a product-led growth strategy, right? Like where you just put the credit card and sign up to the product. And at some point you find that, no, it's not really a land and expand. It's not really going into those organizations more deeply because you don't have the internal ambassadors and people don't have the talking points. It stays small. All right, then let's put physical people, let's put physical partners that can essentially take our clients by the hand and take them to that next layer of growth. And that was that was so much clear signal that this was sort of destined for success if we did it right. That it was convincing enough to get that operation going.